Hey y'all, welcome back to City Skylines. This is Cliffside Bay, and this is my kind of waterfront, my promenade, my beautiful little archipelago island kind of little thing going on here. And there we go, a little bit of a defect here and there, which I need to smooth out. Maybe I'll do that right now. There we go, that was done in no time, wasn't it? That's kind of cool. So yeah, this is what we got done last time around, looks like that. Absolutely beautiful coastal kind of harbor build, as you can see right here, with the ships kind of well in use. Oh, looking absolutely spectacular, I think. Now, there's a few little things I want to change here and there. I'm definitely not happy with the detailing here. Definitely want to change that. And there's one or two things I might have missed on accident. Like here, I think, yeah, we've got a couple of little bushes here and kind of here, and there's kind of nothing there. I might want to put a couple of bushes here, that kind of thing. I want to do one little tweak to this area here, that kind of thing. But on the whole, I'm absolutely pleased with that. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. So it looks like that. That's what we got done last time. This time we're going to do the impossible. And the impossible is to store all my ugly buildings in this kind of man-made Hawaiian volcanic crater, as you can see here. Which is the only reason why I put this volcanic Hawaiian kind of crater kind of here. It's just to hide the ugly buildings, and some of these buildings are super ugly and just won't fit into anybody's kind of city unless they're doing a futuristic build or a space build, as you can see here with this building here, which is the... what is this? This is the Chirp X launch site. There we go. And this is the Cathedral of Plenitude. So there we go. So as you can see, I'd already built this many moons ago. So that looks like that. So we got to try and work out a way of fitting all my ugly buildings in here. So where are the ugly buildings? They are right here. There we go. All these here are the most ugliest buildings I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, I mean, apparently these are a cheat sheet. You put these down and then it kind of fixes your city. But I've never put them down. And as fitting with this series, not only did we unlock and place down all the uniques and landmarks for the very first time, we're also going to place down the monuments for the very first time. And like I said, they're super ugly, so I always had this in mind to put this here. And as you can see, we got the water pumps are still working, so I got to make sure I don't cut the power to there somehow. I've got to come up with some way of powering this. So it's going to be kind of interesting. So yeah, let's have a little think of what we're going to do here. Now already I've got an idea of having one of these down here because it looks kind of space agey. And that would be kind of fitting for this area. So I've already got that idea. Maybe I could put that in here somehow. I'm not too sure. It's going to be kind of interesting. So let's move you over here just for now. Just for now. There we go. You fit in pretty okay there. Maybe I can have another one kind of on this side here. That might work out. So yeah, let's come up with an idea. So first of all, I want to move... yeah, I'm going to move you up. Kind of like that. Yeah, I have not... oh, I was trying to work out why I put this kind of shape here. It was so I could fit in all the water pumps. Okay, that makes sense. But I like the idea of having this kind of here. So let's do a bit of terraforming. Right, there we go. That's pretty much low enough, I think. Yeah, it might be causing a bit of issue with the terrain formation around here, but I'm going to have to readjust that anyway. So, yeah, let's see if we can smooth this out again, or slope it, shall I say. Okay, there we go. That looks a little bit like that. So yeah, a little bit of playing around with the terrain just so I can get that Cathedral of Plenitude in here. So we're going to put that, take away the snapping points. I'm going to put that kind of in here. And I want it facing opposite here. So hopefully we can get away with that. I'm going to try and put it as close to here as possible. It looks like that could work. Okay, let's move it. There we go. I'm kind of happy with that. Kind of happy with that. Looks kind of essential, doesn't it? That's kind of cool. So is that back too far? I'm not too sure. See if we can do a little play around with the land. Okay, so that kind of smooths out like that. So that's kind of interesting. Let me put another little road here. I'm thinking, my snapping point's on. I'm thinking maybe we can have a key wall just at this little section here. Kind of just there. Okay, so let's do that. Look at that. That is perfect. I can't believe that. Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. And I didn't have to put too much water down. Just a little trace of water here and it kind of works. There we go. Let's turn that off. In fact, let's delete it. And hopefully this water will subside. It would do normally anyway. So just moving here. I should fix that problem. There you go. So it looks like that so far. Deep in the shadows of the mountain. Wow, look at those. They look crazy like that. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can freeform a road up here. Somehow. Okay, you fit in okay like that. I can follow the shape of this. Kind of like that. Okay, that might work. Yeah, okay, happy with that. Let's do the same over here. There you go, so it looks like that. That's kind of cool. Now, where do I want to put this road? Do I want to put it kind of in here? Make it look absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that'll do for now. Let's see if we can join these roads in. Yeah, there we go. That sort of works. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to stick with that. There we go. I can't be too fussy considering I've got no kind of tools to help me make this look perfect, but I'm kind of happy with that. Do a little bit of detailing around here, and I think we're done with that. And I think we can bring those mountains in yet again to make it look semi kind of realistic, I guess. There you go, something like that, just for now. So yeah, we can definitely do a little bit of detailing and try and fix that, but I'm kind of pleased with that. The shadows are very, very shadowy, I guess, but we could realign the shadows later on down the line. Just get a better screenshot to show you what it looks like. In fact, I'll do it right now. There you go, shadow moved, and now you can see what it looks like in the backdrop. It's pretty cool. So we've got that, so that's kind of cool. Maybe I could put another one of these over here to kind of even it out. Make it look super futuristic. So that's kind of cool. I need to lower this one down a little bit further, don't I? There we go. So that looks like that. It's looking very futuristic and space agey. So what I want to do is put those monuments kind of in here. And I don't know how to do that. So let's see if we can find a way of doing that. Okay, so first things first, let's have a little look how we're going to position the monuments now. I'm thinking we have one. Let me put in a little pretend road. I think we have one kind of spawning out here. Maybe, and then we can have another one kind of going kind of here, I think. Something like that, and then we could do a similar thing kind of over here. So we can have one popping in just about there, and we can have the other one popping in just about there. I kind of think so. That's my idea. And then we can have a kind of a bridge joining up the roads. Kind of like that. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And they are humpback bridges, which is kind of interesting. Can I fit a humpback bridge kind of here? Can. There we go. That's kind of cool. I like that. So we got that kind of design there. So let's see if we can put those buildings in right now, which are going to be mighty interesting because, yeah, it's just going to be interesting. So first monument we're going to place down is going to be this one here. Space elevator. People near and far travel the city to see the space elevator. This means a huge influx of tourists, okay, who also like to spend money while visiting, okay. So yeah, it's a space elevator. It's going to be lots of tourists coming into your city, and I'm going to pretend it's not a tourist attraction. But we're going to put it here, I guess. Well, that road lines up there, but I want to put it here. So I just need to readjust that road, and that should be fine. I'm hoping. There we go. Now that's a lot of money, and you can see what I mean by it's absolutely hideous, isn't it? Although it's pretty cool, but it's kind of hideous. So I just got to readjust that road to kind of fit in there, I think. Take away this road here, just so I don't mess things up. Well, that's kind of the center line there, and then I'm going to bring that in just like that. Yep, happy with that. There we go. That's kind of cool. Now, does this actually have any mechanics when it works? Okay, you got some twirling dishes, so that's okay. That's okay. It's kind of cool. Looks like that. It's got its own parking lot, and whatever that is, it needs power. Let's check the power. Okay, yeah, we haven't got the power lines joined up. At least this is connecting, so that's kind of cool. There we go. And when I place the other one, which is going to be kind of around here, it's going to be fine. The power will connect. Let's wait for that to kick in. There we go. Perfect. We got all that working, so that's okay. Let's have a little look on there. Space elevator. Okay. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Okay. I'm not seeing any tourists here yet, so let's see what happens later on down the line. Oh, we got a police car here. Okay, interesting. And who are you? You are a electric car Edison model. Okay. Oh, you're driving to the Cathedral of Plenitude. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, there we go. So we've already got the tourists coming in. So that's, yeah, super cool. Although I'm not exactly sure where everybody's going, but yeah, there we go. Absolutely beautiful. Got people visiting. Let me make sure there's no stop signs here. And here, there we go. Perfect. Wow, we got a whole bunch of people moving in. Let's have a look, see where they're going. Wow, that is super cool. These guys don't know what to do. So does this do anything? Is it actually an elevator? Do you actually get this kind of thing moving? This thing here, does it move up and down? I'm not too sure. Okay. I'm going to leave that running for a little while to see if anything actually happens. Nope, I'm not seeing it do anything other than the parking lot filling up and emptying. Okay. I would have thought this kind of thing moved up and down. Okay. And let's look over here. Still got a whole bunch of people here, so that's kind of cool. Kind of pleased with that. Maybe I can get a bus service going in here. So yeah, let's work on our next monument, I guess. Man, there's a lot of people coming to visit. Okay, let me slow the game down. So next monument, we're going to place kind of around here. So let's pause the game. Do a bit of deleting. So yeah, let me have a think. I guess we go for the next one along the line, which is a fusion power plant. Okay. The power of the stars is within your grasp, and the energy problems of yesterday are gone. Okay. Once the fusion power plant is operational. Yeah. So does that mean if I have this placed down, I don't need any other power stations? Is that what that means? I'm not too sure. You see, because it offers huge amounts of clean energy without the fear of radiation, fallout, or other pollution. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm not too sure. So let's place you, can I put you, you're in between here and here. Will the power jump? It does. Perfect. And that looks like that, and you can see it's very gimmicky, isn't it? Yeah. If you were building on Mars, it would be not a problem. But here it looks kind of weird. So let's watch this in action. Has it got any other functionality? It doesn't say anything. Okay. Let's watch this in motion. Okay, we got a moving ball here. So that's kind of cool. Apart from that, I'm not too sure what else it does. We've got steam coming out of here, so yeah, even though it's gimmicky and kind of ugly for your city, because this and this would not fit anywhere in here. Even though it's ugly and gimmicky, but I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we got that one. That's perfect. So let's come up with a couple of buildings to put along here. So let's see what we got left. Now we got lack of money. Okay, I gotta wait until I build up some money. So I'm gonna do that off camera, because that's gonna take quite a while to get my money back. Okay, just for the purposes of this video alone, man, there's a lot of... Wow, look at the traffic there. It's kind of crazy. Just for the purposes of this video alone, I've put on the infinite money thing. Just save me having to wait around to try and make up money, which would take a long time, a mighty long time, more time than you and I've got to spare, that kind of thing. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. How's that affecting the roads down here? Okay. Do we have stoplights here? We don't. Okay. That is mighty interesting. Okay. Okay, let's just forget about what we just seen over there, because it might be a little bit too scary to comprehend. So yeah, let's go put in our next monument, which is going to be the medical center. Okay, so the medical center is a research facility that works on finding cures for diseases and ailments. It is so vast and efficient that it can easily take care of all your citizens' health needs. Okay, so the medical center has a helipad and can accept helicopters. Okay, so does that mean if I put this down, I don't need any more medical centers? Is that what it's saying? I'm thinking that's what it's saying. So I'm trying to give it an even kind of space between here as we got here, that kind of thing. So let's place that about. That looks okay. Okay, yeah, okay. I think I'm okay with that. Let's centralize that road. There we go. That's that one done. This one is not done. Let's centralize this. There we go. Kind of happy with that. That's absolutely buzzing with people. Even though this is supposed to be a secret location. So yeah, kind of pleased with that. So let's put in our last monument, and that is practically our episode done. So let me have a little think. So let's delete this road here. There we go. So that's looking okay. Wow, look at that. That is crazy amount of people. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, they were not kidding when they said it brings in the tourists. Wow. Wow, indeed. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Definitely need to get some garbage reproduction going on in here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's look away. Just look away, people. So the last monument, no, not the last one. We got this one here. And I've got an idea already. We're going to place that kind of in the center. This one here is, what is this? The Hadron Collider, okay. The Hadron Collider is a place of science. Various research takes place in the facility. It offers education to citizens. A city with a Hadron Collider does not need to worry about education. The facility provides it for all citizens. Okay, so yes, so if I put this down, I don't need any more kind of schools and things like that. But I'm going to leave them in because it would look kind of odd if you don't have a school in your city, I guess. How about that? Is that okay? It's, I don't know, maybe I'll move it a little bit more out of there. Yeah, okay, I'll leave that like that. So let's watch this in action. Does it do anything? Has it got any moving parts? Not seeing any. And then again, I forgot to look over here. Has it got any moving parts? Not seeing any. Okay. I mean, it's a cool design, but it's a cool gimmicky design for another city. Maybe cyberpunk? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But you can see what I mean by these would not fit in your normal city build. It looks like that from above, so I'm kind of pleased with that. We're going to keep all this the same. Let's delete this road here. And let's find a way of placing in the final one, which has got to be kind of in here somehow. Oh, let's centralize the road over here. I forgot that. There you go. So that looks like that. Kind of cool. So yeah, let's try and place the last building, which is... It is the... What is this? This is the Eden Project. Okay. The Eden Project is a huge glass house, perfect for vast gardens full of exotic fruits and plants. Okay. It greatly increases the city profile and reduces pollution from land, air, and water, making the land in the city area more valuable. Okay. Does that mean all my buildings will max out and level up, that kind of thing? So, okay, so I want to put it kind of here somehow. It looks kind of central. Let me put a temporary road here. Kind of like that. I need it to go kind of here, I'm guessing. Is that central? Looks pretty much central enough for me, I think. Maybe. Maybe I can move it a touch this way. Try that. Let's have a little look. It's okay. It's okay, I think. Okay, that takes away the road. That is okay. I don't mind that because we can just put a little road kind of in there like that. There you go. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, I think we're officially done already. My episode is over. So, is there anything else I can place down here to make it look space agey? I'm not too sure. I'm going to have a little think about that. I mean, maybe I could put in one of these. I don't think it'll work, but at least it'll look kind of interesting. Kind of like that. There we go. Because there's no actual current, no proper current, it won't spin around, but I don't mind that. And it looks like it kind of fits in, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of cool. So what else can we place in here? Okay, I've just turned off the space elevator because it was getting too crazy. There was just too many people coming in here. So that is kind of crazy. And all the streets, as you can see here, these were absolutely obliterated with traffic, that kind of thing. So I've turned it off just for now, but at least I know it's still there and it's kind of cool and it's operational. I have no idea why there's a hill there. It's kind of cool. There you go. You can keep your little hill. Maybe I'll put another little hill here. Yeah, why not? That looks okay. Put a tree or two on here because they got trees or two on this one here. There we go. Looks like it's been there all the time. So yeah, so I cut back on the traffic here. I can put it back on if I want. But yeah, I'm okay with it like this. Now, I always say that I want my cities to look busy, so I kind of like traffic jams because it makes it look more authentic. But I guess for the gameplay, just for the mechanics of the game, you have to kind of cut down as much traffic as you can, or your city is destroyed, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's carry on. So we are looking for more buildings to place in here that could be kind of space-like, I guess. So the only other kind of space kind of looking building we got here is the Plaza of Transference, but I really don't want to put this down because I'm trying to keep this as authentic to the original city the people had when they first got the game, which is why I'm not really wanting to put this down. But it is a bit of a shame because I'd like to put it down because, yeah. And if I'd known that in advance, I probably would have put it kind of here. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It would have been really cool to have that kind of here and then this a little bit further back or maybe a bit higher. I don't know. Maybe I could do a time lapse and putting that in. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, there we go. Got it done. So yeah, I've made the impossible possible. Because it really is impossible to place these kind of monuments down because of their look. They really don't fit into the city, but I think I've got away with it. That looks pretty cool. And I've decided to turn this around facing this way here instead. And you can use your imagination and pretend the beam of light of this little thing here is actually hitting that. Get out of the way, Mr. What are you, wind turbine? It's actually hitting that and is kind of powering that kind of thing. So use a lot of imagination. And also, let's delete these. Here we go, because apparently with this thing here, is it this one? That powers the whole city anyway, that kind of thing. So I could put this on just temporarily, that kind of thing. We got a rocket here. Okay. Okay. Super Heavy 1 cancelled. Okay. Launch rocket? Really? What does this do? Change rock. Well, you can change the color of the rocket? Okay. Why? Oh, you really can. Okay. Oh, well, leave it like that. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know this was a thing. Okay, can I launch the rocket? What happens if I launch the rocket? So, anything happen? Oh, it's launching. I better pause, go back into this menu here. Okay, let's watch this. Whoa, look at that. I can't keep tabs on it. Whoa, that is amazing. Where's it gone? Did it just disappear? Oh no, it's still miles away. Can I pause the game? No, I can't catch up with it. Okay. That is crazy. Whoa. Okay, this is exciting. Oh, wow. Wow, indeed. I never knew this was a thing. Okay. How long have I had this game? About 2 years? Wow, that is super crazy. Okay. Yeah, I kind of made a hash of trying to follow the rocket, but yeah, it works. And it kind of just disappears. So how do I launch the next rocket? Okay, so I got to wait for launch preparations. Okay. Okay, so that's exciting. I'd like to see that again. What's going on with all these people here? Okay. Did they come out of the rocket? Is that what the issue is? Wow, look at the ambulances. Okay. Definitely gonna have to work on that again. Yeah, so where was I before I got distracted? Okay, let's slow that right down. So yeah, I've come up with this. It looks like that. So kind of pleased with that. So a little bit of detailing, but yeah, I'm gonna say my build is kind of technically done. I'm not seeing any more space age buildings. Let me look at the parks. Yeah, nothing's looking like a space age building, not even this, even though it's got a, I don't know, maybe you could get away with that. It's interesting. I'm thinking maybe we can put in this police department. This one maybe? No, not that one. Let's look for a different one. This one here, because it's got a helipad, and I kind of like the idea of that, so we can put in one of them. And let's look at the emergency services. They don't look too spacey, do they? Okay. So let's go to the fire departments, and that's kind of, that one's a bit fly. Kind of, yeah, I like that. Maybe I can get away with a bigger one. Like that. Does that look kind of aerodynamically spacey? I'm not too sure which one to choose. Maybe I like this one here and this building here, and we get rid of this one. Okay, there we go. This is super busy again. Okay. Why so many vehicles? Let me look on here. Oh, I see. This goes up to all the way here. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, there we go. So I think that's all we got for space kind of buildings. So I'm thinking we put these kind of back here, these little buildings here. So let's do that right now. there we go. That's I think this is definitely my final design, I guess. So it's kind of cool. So I managed to put in 2 here and 2 here, making it look a little bit spacey, I guess. So it looks like that is absolutely a crazy gimmick kind of build, but yeah, that's the best I can do, I guess. Yeah, let's see. Let me put one extra little thing here, a little touch of something extra. Let's go with the street with trees. Let's see if we can box this in. There we go. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this road here. And then I'm going to, I don't know. I'm going to delete this road here. And then I'm going to bring it back out. Let me see. I'm going to go try 180. 240? Let's try 240. See what 240 looks like. Okay, 240 is a bit too close. Let's go to 180 instead. There we go. And then we're going to go freeform. And then we're going to bring this road down here. Like that, and like that, and like that. Got a bit of a circular kind of road. So it's like that. It's pretty cool. What you can do is you can maybe take away this little piece here and leave it like that. Or you can take away the center pieces and leave it like that. Kind of a crazy design, isn't it? Or you can completely take away all these. Like that, and just have that little center road in like that. And then you can kind of join it up there, that kind of thing. So that's absolutely crazy. I do like that, but I'm going to stick to what I had before. So there we go. I like that. That's kind of cool. So yeah, let's see if we can join this in. Like that and like that. There we go. We put a final one kind of here. There we go. That's my final design. I'm kind of pleased with that. So let's get that running to make sure the cars are okay. Yeah, cars are okay. They're working it out. So yeah, I think we can do a little bit of detailing and then this is absolutely finished. So it looks a little bit like that. Kind of a crazy design, but it works. It works. And the reason why, as you can probably see, I put all these mountains here was to hide the wackiness of this. So there we go. So that means this is absolutely complete. I'm thinking of readjusting the mountains, making them smaller. But it definitely means I can do something here. So yeah, this is going to be kind of interesting. It might be a disaster, but I'm going to kind of lower the land. I'm going to smooth all this out and delete all these roads and buildings, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's do that. And it might be a disaster, but we'll see what happens. So let's go. Okay, that is a whole bunch of deleting and a whole lot of flattening. It looks kind of, yeah, it doesn't look like Cliffside Bay anymore. It looks kind of ugly, doesn't it? But I've done this for a reason. We're going to have a huge build here later on. But as you can see, got a huge demand for industry and commercial. So at least I got some space to build some more if I need to. Well, if I want to, more than need to, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to leave that little section like that. Let's carry this road on here. I'm imagining this road's going to be super busy. It is, look at that. That's crazy. I think that's all to do with not only the ships here, but also they haven't got an outlet to go across here anymore. And also these are generating a whole bunch of traffic, as you can see right here. So yeah, let's put this road temporarily in here. Just for now. Now I've got an idea of hooking this up to this road here. So yeah, that is going to be in a future build, but let's just put it in here for now. And maybe a couple of little outlets here. Yeah, that is mighty interesting. Absolutely super busy. Let's see if we can do a little change here and there. Let's take this off. That looks like that. There we go. Got a kind of a diamond about. So that's kind of weird. Well, let's hook a road up to here. like we got here. This hooks into here, so let's do another one. There we go. A whole bunch of them are using that road now. So it's going to take a lot of pressure off this. So that's kind of cool. The more access you can give them to these places, the better it is. And that's working out absolutely perfect. Okay. Look at the traffic. It's looking a little easier. Looking a little easier. Yeah, there you go. That's cleared that up. So that's kind of cool. An emergency quick traffic fix, and it's really worked. So that's kind of cool. I do like my diamond about. Yeah, definitely got to do something with that. But yeah, I kind of like that. It's kind of weird. So we got a whole bunch of potential to fill these spaces in here. And we got a huge build that I can do up here. And yeah, it doesn't look so ridiculous now, the hill. So that's kind of cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish off the episode with a little piece of detailing, and which is just really kind of detailing around here and then finishing on those few little things I missed out kind of over here, that kind of thing. Oh, and just before I start, this is still going to be a volcano kind of thing. I'm definitely going to have kind of mountains that kind of hide all these buildings here. There you go. So yeah, I'll get back to you after all this. Okay, I think we are just about done. This is, yeah, just lots of trees really for this detailing. I wanted to keep it kind of minimal, so yeah, it's just mainly trees around here and turning it into a kind of a volcanic crater. But volcanoes make the kind of richest natural kind of land for growing stuff, that kind of thing. Can I get that in there? I can, just about get that in. So yeah, you get the most fertile land around volcanoes, and this is like maybe thousands and millions of years old, so it's given the land a chance to reclaim it. So this is why it's covered in trees, that kind of thing. It's kind of a tropical, I don't know, kind of Hawaiian kind of crater. And it looks like that. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? There we go. I was absolutely pleased with that. So yeah, let's show you what I got done today. Now, somewhere over here, I finished off the detailing. As you can see here, I gave this kind of school its own little boundary fence. I kind of missed out on that. Over here, I finished off the hedging, as you can see here. Just a little thing. And then the only major change over here was this little thing here. I thought I'd change this up because it looked a little bit too kind of similar and kind of boring. So that now looks like that. A little bit of different variety. There you go. So that looks like that. And then let's get back to what we did today. And today what we did is we reshaped the land and created our own kind of, I don't know, Hawaiian volcano with the kind of crazy space age design inside. So it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? There you go. So yeah, all the detailing is me just throwing down lots of trees and rocks. Trying to come up with different formations, as you can see here. Some of them work, some of them kind of don't work, but yeah, I kind of like this little walkway I created all the way down here. It's kind of spectacular. Imagine walking all the way down here. Pretty awesome, isn't it? So yeah, this is a secret base, and also we got another rocket that we can launch. Okay. Wonder if I can actually follow the rocket. I'm not too sure if I can. Come out of here. Can follow the rocket. Okay. Can I launch it? Let me pause the game. I'm going to launch the rocket. Can I follow it? I can. Let's press play, see what happens. Oh, we have liftoff, everybody. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I can get rid of the overlay here. I'm not too sure. Can, okay. Oh, that's even better. Look at that. Perfect. That is crazy. That is super crazy. Wow. Oh, it's got a bit of an arc on it. Okay, it's coming right at us, guys. Okay, I think that either disappeared or I kind of let go of it at the wrong time. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's kind of crazy cool. So there we go. So we got all that. Did I finish off the path in? I didn't. I suddenly realized I put up a little path here, didn't I? Make sure it's all on freeform. A little bit of ground cover here and there, as I really didn't put that much down. Yeah, there we go. So that's my secret entrance. It's kind of cool. Back into this view. So yeah, as you can see, it was just throwing down a whole lot of rocks, making formations, that kind of thing. It looks pretty cool. Then covered in trees, and this took like years. It took absolutely years putting all the trees down individually. There we go. It's kind of strange they got these trees on top of these rocks. That kind of doesn't make sense to me, but okay. But yeah, it looks like that, and as you can see, I finally put in my monuments, and this is my design. I wanted to keep this a kind of a, I don't know, maybe a James Bond evil supervillain boss kind of hideout. Or maybe it's just another kind of secret NASA base. I don't know, something like that. We got all that, and I wanted to keep it kind of tropical. Almost like Jurassic Park, I guess. It looks like that. I'm kind of pleased with that. I put in a police and fire department here just to help with any future issues, but it looks like that, and I kind of kept it uniform, as in mirroring it, to make it look like it's supposed to be like that. I put this little kind of, what is this called? I don't even know what this is called. This is called an advanced wind turbine. There you go. So I put that there. And as you can see, I put this kind of, what is this? A plaza of transference. That's what it is. You go and you use your imagination. This light beam kind of hits that. They probably move the beam to hit that to power things up, that kind of thing. If you use your imagination, that's what's happening with that. And then I finished off the design for the Cathedral of Plenitude, as you can see here. Looks like that little piece of detailing at the back kind of matches the shape we got going on here. So that looks like that. That's pretty cool. And I think that's as far as I went with the fancy detailing. The rest of it was kind of simple. This one here, I carried on the design here with the paths. Carried on with the hedges they originally used. And spruced it up with a couple of trees, that kind of thing. And here you can see I changed all the trees to these vanilla trees, and I just like the design of the leaves. So even though they're vanilla, it kind of still ties in with the vibe of the place. Over here, I've created this, whatever this is. It's supposed to be futuristic. I don't know what it is. I don't have the room to place these down correctly or properly, else I would do that. So yeah, I'd probably put one here and one here, but I don't have the room. And I would have done the same here and here. But as you can see, it mirrors it. As you can see here, we got the botanical gardens, which look like that. I put them in because they look a little bit space agey. So as you can see, all the monuments are finally put down. You got the Hadron Collider. We got the Medical Center, which is absolutely being well used. We got the Chirpa X launch site. We got the space elevator, which I've left switched off because it gets too crazy with people. And we got the fusion power plant. So there you go. That's my kind of secret location, my secret base. Oh, and I forgot about this one. This is the Eden Project. And apparently you can put more than one Eden Project down. So it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So there you go. So every single monument has now been placed. Every single landmark, apart from that and that, I think you have to do something special to get them unlocked. But every single landmark is now unlocked. Therefore, I would say from a placing down buildings kind of aspect, my city is now finished. There you go, and that's the last of them. So there you go. It's all completed now. Back into this view here, and it looks like that, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. Even though it's really a hideous gimmick that I don't know how people would find possible to place these in your city, but I made the impossible possible by kind of hiding it behind this Hawaiian volcano. So there you go, you wouldn't even know that was there. Absolutely pleased with that. So yeah, let me leave you with this view here. Take away my edge scrolling so I can move the cursor away from the screenshot. There we go. So there we go, folks. So in the meantime, sincerely, take care of each other. Have a really nice day, and I will see y'all